With a power plant and electric grid complete, I can turn my attention to other projects. For example, what should I do with this big hill in the middle of my settlement? Should I blow it up or keep it? I can also reactivate my crate mod Naval Corvette from a few months ago and upgrade it with a radar detection and targeting system. But first, let's go over some good news in the modding scene. Today is a very good day because a mod that I've been waiting for to come out on CurseForge for forever is finally out in its first version. Create Big Cannon's Modern Warfare is finally here. It notably adds things like the medium cannon, which is the proper size for tanks. It also adds rotary cannons, kind of like the thing you'd see on the A10 Warthog. It also adds things like compact cannon mounts, which are a lot smaller than the conventional cannon mount. You can see it takes up only 2 blocks instead of 3 vertical blocks, so that's pretty nice. We also have other things, which I have looked into a little bit less, but there's like rockets, there's rocket mounts, there seems to be torpedo stuff, torpedo tubes, a bunch of armor blocks. It's obviously made with PvP in mind. In this version, which just came out a couple days ago, it doesn't have proper survival recipes yet, so it's not quite ready for me to go use on the world and like equip my tank with a medium cannon. Well, I saw in the Discord, which is why I found this, I checked their Discord and I was like, oh wait, it got released. Well, how come CurseForge didn't tell me sooner? Because I've been checking almost every day. But regardless of that, they said that there would be a new version or another version pretty soon that added some more of the recipes and stuff for survival. But in the meantime, take a look at this. This is the medium cannon. I don't know if it's doing full functionality because I've seen in the videos on YouTube that when you shoot it, it has a recoil animation and flings the empty cartridge out. And this is not doing it. And so I don't quite know why. But regardless, this is the proper size for tanks, and probably some medium calibers of naval guns, which I've been waiting for this to build any more warships or anything because this is something really important. Frankly, I've been waiting on this mod for a lot of military stuff. Now that it's here and almost survival ready, I'm pretty excited. Especially with this Gatling gun. Like, watch this. The Gatling gun is kind of insane. You see there's phantoms up there? They just spawn naturally. Okay, why are we not picking them up? Go away. Oh my goodness. Take a look at this crazy thing. It's even more insane on the ground, like watch. Yeah, they got the zombie. The zombie is definitely gone. I think this thing is absolutely insane. Like, just look at that. It's so overkill, it's amazing. Like, let me spawn in some more phantoms. I'm not convinced this thing is actually any more effective at shooting stuff, though, in the air. Just because it shoots a lot, it just wastes even more ammo at failing to hit things. Removing this giant hill here is a big deal. Why? Because it separates really the 3 different parts of the colony, or the settlement, you could say. Because we've got colony here, industrial area here, and then industrial area and dockyard, part 2. And you'll notice that when you're in any 3 of these areas, you're kind of separated from at least one, if not both, of the other ones. Most noticeably when you're in the colony, you're cut off from most of the rest of the area, because the entire colony is kind of backed up into the hillside and doesn't go much beyond that. And all these train tracks just run through multiple tunnels in here, and then the highway goes through a tunnel. So I figured before I potentially waste a lot of time tearing this out, in survival, why don't I come over here into a copy of the world, grab myself world edit, and remove it in a couple seconds and then see what it looks like. And maybe it's awesome, but maybe it's not. That's what we want to find out. Wait, there was a dungeon in there? Wow, the things you find out, even when I have the ability to just like x-ray. You still didn't even know that was there. That's hilarious. So I've gotten rid of a lot of this by now, and I'm not sure what I think yet. That's not very climactic, I guess. But I would want to leave a certain portion of this because I like it up here and it goes into the bluff. It's all part of the same thing. Well, this is what it would look like if it were all gone. And then there would be some nice version of this where it kind of slopes down or it stair steps down. I'm not sure if I'm going to make the actual executive decision in this video or not. I kind of want to see what you guys think a little bit. I am leaning toward kind of taking it out possibly in some layers or shortening parts of it, but we'll have to see, and definitely let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Well, if I'm not planning on tearing down this hill right now, especially not this area, then I'm going to try to clean this area up a little bit because I really don't like it, and I think I know how to fix that. I'm going to tear down this courier's hut because I don't need it anymore. I have no use for individual courier huts when I have this thing over here. This building is a multiple courier's hut thing. It like stations multiple people there, and it's not even all the way upgraded yet. I don't even know if anybody's working here. And here, what do we have here? This is probably the mechanic's hut. Yeah, let's tear this down as well and build it somewhere else, because both of these are impeding the hill and just making it kind of weird, and it's also making this pathway up here smaller. If we're gonna go and have any kind of larger hill, we need to do it right. Also, I probably need to move the cow pen away from there. It's just kind of dumb having it there. Whoa, it's a sad day. My undertaker just got the first citizen buried. They've only been there for half the series, but they finally buried somebody. How did they do that? Let's take a look. What did you guys do over here? You buried somebody? Great, I guess. Oh, there's like a bunch of guard armor there. Yeah. Oh, here. Rory B. Clerk, a knight. Buried here. Very sad, guys. Very sad. The mechanic's hut that I had torn out from this area now, I am moving over here, and it's going to continue down this little road that's going to slope down the hill till the edge of the colony, I suppose. I think it will look much nicer here, so we'll put this. It might seem counterintuitive building more up here when I mentioned tearing out the part of the hill, but I will not ever tear out this part, and everything I will build and everything I will build will be slowly going down. Like, there's a nice big spot here. I could probably fit something, like I've got another builder's hut, maybe a smeltery. I don't have that yet. Let's try to put a smeltery down. Oh, okay. So it's another one of these like tiled buildings that should probably go next to another one. Like, I should probably put it over there, actually. Here, they're building a house here, but let me try to put the smeltery here. By the way, that's the level 5 library. Take a look at that. See what I mean about it? It looks pretty nice. It's gonna look really good up there. It's like a castle church looking thing. I wouldn't really consider this tearing down the mountain. Quite the opposite here, where I rebuilt it, in fact. And now everything is just kind of a big dirt facade waiting for some actual decoration. You can see where I've left room. Regardless, I think it's time to move on and reactivate my Naval Corvette and give it some much needed upgrades. This is the Corvette, and to give you some backstory as to why it's not here anymore, a while ago I fixed a TPS problem by clearing all of the Valkyrian Sky ships, because I had maybe half a dozen of them, but then there was another 400 weird ghost ships that it said were deleted, which fixed the TPS. And the TPS is slowly creeping up again as well, and clearing all of the items periodically that just make their way onto the ground from farm leaks or something. That tends to help, like you can probably see right there. I went on to another world and I cleared all of the Valkyrian Sky ships, and it said there were 70, and that's not obviously how many I have of actual ships. So there are ghost ships that are appearing, but it didn't really have a negligible impact on the TPS, so I'm not going to bother clearing that again right now. If somebody knows how to prevent that happening or why that's happening, that would be great, because I'm worried that eventually I'll just have to clear it again, and then it just is a time suck to put the stuff back. So what I'm going to do is, since I already built this ship, we're going to print it in here, and I'm going to go set it up and actually get it back into working order. The very first thing to do is to use a ship helm to assemble this into a ship. And then, since it doesn't count, it doesn't count stone, it gets stuck up there, and that has to go away so it can fall down and start floating like that. And that's the big step. Luckily for me, this time it doesn't look like anything weird happened to the steering system when I formed it into a ship. It just kind of started working right out of the get-go. And the engine is always a little bit difficult to get going, but you'll see we are collecting diesel in here. It can store about more like 900,000 millibuckets of diesel. So that's quite a bit, especially because I want to say, was I always running all of these? I feel like I modified it because I don't think I need to run all of these. Although I might. Yeah, right. Because look, 200,000 stress unit capacity. This thing actually has a crazy engine. Why are we tipping over now? Oh, we're riding again. That is very strange. This thing's always annoying because it deletes a couple of the linked things down here when you form it. I need to make sure it's actually not missing them in the schematic. I'm pretty sure it's not, but it deletes like half of the those stupid things there. So now we can raise and lower the turret, and we can turn it with the right controls. So that is good. We can even shoot it, except it has no ammo, but I'm about to solve that because I obviously have that machine gun factory, and these autocannons can support machine gun bullets. So if I substitute this barrel, and who knows where that barrel went now? It's probably like jammed in the cannon somewhere. If I substitute this for machine gun, what did I do? Bullets, machine gun ammo? Yeah, there it goes. See, machine gun rounds. Okay, should be easier to tell if this is shooting. Oh, come on, dude. Where are these stupid... that barrel. I found the barrel in there. Oh my god, dude. I remember I was like, oh, it probably got jammed somewhere. Well, yeah, that's exactly what happened. So, here. I need to get tracers on these. I just have to automate glowstone before I can do that. Hey, it's working. Man, it zooms you so far out. It's so hard to see what you're aiming at with this thing. But this is not going to be a problem really any longer, because the first upgrade, well, the main upgrade we're doing is we're going to make this one controlled by radar. We're going to add a little radar onto the top of the ship, link it to this, and then I can control it with the radar. So I see on the Wikipedia for the Flower class Corvette that it had radar. I'm trying to see where they positioned the radar on it, if any of these pictures here have the radar in it, but if not, I will just pick my own spot. Yeah, I'm not particularly seeing it, so I will just stick it in a spot that seems good. This size of a radar is only 45 blocks. I kind of feel like I should make it a little bit, not taller, but wider, if I can, because we kind of need it to be more. That's 65 blocks. That's a little better, but we can't expect it to have a crazy radar. I mean, it's not a very big ship. This might even look too big already. Actually, it might look better up here, and I might just put it on one side so that it's not interfering. But let me get this spinning and see what it looks like. Well, there we go. I feel like it's probably slightly too big for the size of a ship, but I'm going to keep it because I need it for, the actual range, for the functionality. It's not too big in that respect. And now I need to put this radar interface somewhere. It would make a little more sense to put it in this room, maybe. Is this a floorboard? Yeah, that's a floorboard. Like, what if I put it here? So nice, look, it's displaying to this. So this is the ship's radar now. Like, we're picking up all of those dots over there. Those are all the mobs that are sitting right there, which means that I could target them once I get this equipped. So let's equip this gun now with the yaw controller and the pitch controller. Given that it's being loaded from below right now, I'm gonna have to modify this because you have to put the yaw controller below it. And then, well, let's keep that. And then I'm gonna have to change the loading over just to a hopper, and we'll get rid of the entire system for the Corvette specific, because look, we have this and it's machine gun ammo. Instead, we're just gonna clear this out of here. And then I will let's do that. I don't actually know if that has anything in it. Let's assume it does. We'll put this here. We'll name this machine gun ammo. And then we'll go to the front, name the front one machine gun ammo as well. So it stops being the Corvette specific ammo system, and it's just the machine gun ammo system. So I've done a little bit of digging and I've uncovered some information. Honestly, I should have tested this before I did the video. Normally I do. I guess it just didn't occur to me that this wouldn't work on Valkyrian Sky ships right now, because I saw a YouTube video where somebody put it on a plane, which is a Valkyrian Sky ship, and that worked just fine. Of course, now that I think about it, I don't actually think it was connected to guns and shooting off of that plane. It more was just a surveillance thing. And the part that is working here is, yeah, the surveillance works. It's just you can't actually target it, and it can't properly send it to the gun. I even tried stationing some of it on the land and connecting it to see if that was the issue, and that's how I discovered that it was the ship. But it's not all bad news, because I went onto the Discord server for the crate radars, and I discovered that there's a whole bunch of progress updates and planned additions and stuff. One of the most notable being complete support for Valkyrian Skies 2, which means this will be working once that update comes out. And it was said that it would be soon, like not that long ago, so it probably won't be that long. The radars thing, there's a whole bunch of other content and features that were mentioned that I saw there, which is going to be really cool as well, in addition to just total support for Valkyrian Sky ships. So in the meantime, I can leave this the way it is, and it's probably pretty safe to assume that once that update releases, it'll just kind of start working as intended. And until then, I have surveillance on this ship now, if not actual auto-targeting for that back turret. And for the meantime, I can just use the front turret to blow up stuff myself. Oh, also, if I could request one feature that I didn't see there, maybe it wasn't, I just missed it, but that feature would be making it so that the yaw controller can power the clockwork physics bearings, because that way you could have an entire turret, including just the decorative stuff, be controlled by the radar as opposed to just the autocannon. I don't know if that's possible. That's the only thing I would say. Either way, it certainly is an exciting time for a modded Minecraft. Wait, why do I have all these bees? Why are they in the boats? I'm bee-napping them. Well, I guess I'll transport them. Oh, I'm gonna crash into the shore. I guess I'll move them back to the colony. Well, I think that's gonna do it for today, guys. It's a little sad that we didn't get it fully working, but we reactivated the ship. We got the radar installed, all the systems it needs. Now we just need that mod update, and then we'll really be cooking. It really feels like we're on the verge of all this military stuff kind of coming together with the mods. It's kind of amazing what these mod makers have been able to do. It's really impressive. By the way, I'll add an updated version of this Corvette schematic to my Patreon, so if you already bought it, you'll be able to get it with the radar as well, in addition to the old version. That'll be up by the time this video is out. But anyways, if you enjoyed, make sure to drop a like and hit that subscribe button down below. Thanks for watching. I've been Sbeev. Hope you have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next time.